Lawmakers joined forces today to call for the James Zadroga 9/11 Health and Compensation Act to be exempt from any future budget cuts.
The legislation named after a New York City police officer who died of a respiratory disease after working in the rubble of the Twin Towers. FiOS 1's Tamani Wooley has more.
Devastated completely. It's almost enough to put me back in the hospital again just thinking about this.
Dozens of 9/11 first responders stood in solidarity at Ground Zero today to fight against potential federal budget cuts to the James Zadroga 9/11 Health and Compensation Bill.
People are going to die. More people are going to go in debt. It would just be completely devastating to so many of us.
It's insulting to the 9/11 community that they would even make this an issue.
A debt ceiling crisis deal made by Congress last summer automatically cuts over $1 trillion in defense and domestic programs. According to preliminary federal reports, the so-called sequestrian cuts would slice nearly $38 million from the hard-won Zadroga Act. Advocates say the cuts would devastate first responders and their families who need help paying for 9/11 related illnesses.
30% of my lungs should shut down.
Federal officials say the Zadroga cuts are unfair since 150 other health and compensation programs are exempt.
Sequester should treat our 9/11 heroes like our veterans and exempt them once and for all.
They think somehow this is a New York issue. It's an American issue.
First responders vow to continue the fight.
Today we draw our feet in the sand and we show them that we're not going to accept this.
Advocates say another reason the Zadroga bill should be exempted from the sequestrian budget cuts is because by the Congressional Budget Office's own estimate, the law slashes the deficit by more than $430 million. At Ground Zero, Tamani Wooley, FiOS 1 News.
Federal lawmakers say the sequestrian cuts could be avoided if Congress passes another budget with at least $1.2 trillion in cuts. If not, the sequestrian reductions would go into effect on January 1st.